Итак, здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, с вами Серега Коржгамес. Что ж, иногда надо и в голосе побывать на спортивном, сказать так, канале. У нас НФЛ 2022, уже пятый тур, друзья, уже пятый тур. Индианаполис Colts будет играть с Канзас City Chiefs. Но я тут для чего появился? Давайте я немножко расскажу, что именно сейчас я немножко тут пошустрил, помустрил, подобрал всю статистику. Ну и вот какой у нас результат. На первом месте Канзас Сити Чифс идет, у них 12 очков. Второе место Лос-Анджелес Чаргерс 10 очков. Третье Тампа Бэй 9 очков. Нью-Йорк Гигантс также 9 очков. Буффало Буллс 9 очков. Денвер 9 очков. Вашингтон 9 очков. Теннесси 9 очков. Цинциннати 9 очков. Кливленд 9 очков. 8 очков у Балтимора. 6 очков у Майами. Грин-Бэй 6 очков. Филадельфия 3 очка. Лос-Анджелес Рамс 3 очка. Как раз вот сегодняшний Индианаполис, у него 2 очка. Нью-Йорк Джетс 8 очков. Каролина 7. Лас-Вегас 7. Даллас 7. Джексонвилл 7. Нью-Орлеанс 6. Миннесота 6. Сан-Франциско 6. Сиэтл 5. Атланта 5. Аризона 3. Нью-Ингланд 3. Чикаго 0. Детройт 0. Питтсбург 0. Хьюстон 0. Как-то вот такие вот результаты. И, как вы помните, я говорил то, что будет 10 игр. Скорее всего, да, будет 10 игр. Но я хочу немножко, так скажем, в старость углубиться. Хочу сегодня посмотреть, может быть, приобрести, сегодня-завтра приобрести пару-тройку игр. НХЛ как раз. НФЛ и МЛБ каких-нибудь там годов 15-х, может, 20-х, не знаю, посмотрим, что да как. И мы немножко будем поигрывать и вот в данные игры, которые у нас давно-давно на канале, и будем играться также в те, которые старенькие. Но старенькие более будут, так у нас, скажем, продуктивные. Будем каждую игру обсуждать результаты и все остальное. Ну, а это вот так вот, как-то так вот. Ладно, давайте начинать. Индианаполис у нас с 2 очками и Канзас Сити с 12. 99 мячей уже Канзас забил. 37 пропустил. Разница 62. Ну а у Индианаполиса 34 забитых, 90 пропущенных, минус 56. Поехали!
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Colts and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
It is still summer in the Midwest, and a pleasant summer day at that as we are set for football at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis and Citi. Lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
He has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes a starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5.
Still first right.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Let's go! Oh, yeah!
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they get to him quickly as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Wentz. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wentz. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Citi, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have the Chiefs first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
They're already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give them an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Let's get it.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Wentz now on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Taylor. Oh, refusing to go down. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So they'll It'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it. Wentz throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring out 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball, his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 42-yard punt. They take him to just a yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats for this first half of action. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hines. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I think it all came together there. In breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing his Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He'll get this off to Taylor. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking 1st down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Hines now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Eight yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. To throw again on second down. Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Once more the juke. And they'll get this down to the 10. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Wentz now on third and goal. Gets around him and just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Indy set to go on offense once more. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the 1st down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes.
Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Mahomes to throw it.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Mahomes will throw.
Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to tie things up in the final minute. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
As the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Colts set to take over here offensively. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wentz to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Shedding the tackle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes Completes it to Hardman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, when they kept the offense on the field, you saw the face I made looking at you like, what are they doing? How did they do that?
Yeah, that's almost a miracle, isn't it? Because the two of us have talked to play callers, and every time we talk to them about going for it on 4th and long, they give us that same look you just gave me. And they always say, I don't have that call on my play sheet, Haas. We just don't have that one. Well, apparently he did, and they got it.
And in overtime, wow. Here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and a game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one.
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Так, ну что ж, Канзас-Сити Чифс продолжает играть в этом сезоне без поражений, но Индианаполис набирает 3-е очко в этом сезоне. Проиграл он в овертайме. Напомню, он еще разочек у нас побеждал в овертайме, так что у него теперь 3 очка. По моей, так скажем, системе у нас 3 очка побеждает команда, которая выиграет в основное время. 2 очка команда, которая выиграет в овертайме. И 1 очко команда, которая проигрывает в овертайме. Ну и 0 очков, естественно, та команда, которая проиграет матч полностью в основное время. Давайте посмотрим на статистику. Ну вот, 6-3-3. Мардмахан вытащил эту игру с помощью Махолмса. Ну а с вами был Серега Гомес. Не забывайте подписываться на основной канал, на спортивный. Заходите на ВВЕ Гомес. Там мы играем в рестлинг. Всем удачи, увидимся в новых играх про спорт.